Well, good.
Thank you. Thank you, Chinedu Anichi TV.
Yeah.
And
Good evening in Nigeria.
good night in Nigeria.
Good night in Nigeria.
Yeah,
And yeah, good afternoon in America. So, my
yeah.
people, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from United States of America. Today we have Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa, a political scientist, former dean. Anyway, I will not say all those things. He will say it himself when he comes up. But we are privileged to have Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa, the seasoned professor of political science in Chinedu Anichi TV today, aka OTOBO NSUKKA. Yeah, Prof, we welcome you.
Thank you, my dear brother. So glad to be with you.
Yeah.
You've always been there for me. I've always been there for you. And that's what life is all about. And I'm excited also. I know you to be highly industrious, to be highly focused. And that's why when you invited me, I said I couldn't. Listeners, like he has already introduced me. My name is Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa. I'm the director, Institute for Peace, Conflict and Development Studies, Enugu State University of Science and Technology. I would rather say I've been a regular academics, as it were, as we say it. Regular academics means you've always been there in the academic community for several years, not ditching, not abandoning your core responsibility, which is academic. For sure, for the past 20, 30 years, I've been my life has been situated in the academic community. Apart from that, also, I'm a trained lawyer, was called to be bar 2009 as a lawyer, even though my major focus has been in academics. So let me also welcome the audience, the listeners to this very interesting program. So,
yeah, Prof, thank you.
hello.
I am so happy and I'm privileged to have you. I know people like you don't come by, but demonstrating the humility we have known you for, and your commitment to anything that concerns me. So I must confess I'm sincerely and transparently showing appreciation that you are here. Today, what we have in our topic is the life of a teacher, the life of a lecturer, or the life of an academic. You know, so and from your introduction, everybody knows that. From your introduction, that I think you are the best person who can talk about this. So, Prof, I would say, let me ask you, we have teachers, we have lecturers, we have academic. All these things is just summarized that these people are people who God used to impact knowledge to generations and consolidate its continuity, you know. And no matter what they call you, they can call you teacher, they can call you lecturer, they can call you professor, but we know these are tools for impartation of knowledge. So with your experience for 30-something years, you know, seamless 30-something years in this field, what can you tell our generation about the life of a teacher?
Thank you so much, my own dear brother. Like you've rightly pointed out, whether teacher, whether lecturer, you're a mind developer, you're a knowledge giver, you are an advancer of knowledge to human beings. In other words, you develop, you build human beings. Why engineers build houses? Our own human beings. 2 decades plus. My life has been devoted to mind building, to knowledge building, because like I said in the beginning, I've been a regular academic, devoting all my life in the advancement of knowledge, in the advancement of research, in the advancement of community services, which are the essential components of my responsibility, whether as a teacher, whether as a lecturer. These are the 3 components. And as a teacher or a lecturer, like I said in the beginning, our key responsibility is to build human beings, develop human beings, so that they will be key assets to the society. And developing human beings is the all-involving. Most of the time when people come around asking you, why are you in academics? Why are you a teacher? Well, I keep telling them, well, even though the saying is true, that the reward of a teacher, the reward of a lecturer is in heaven. But some of us, have decided to forsake, this earthly leisure in terms of acquisition of material resources to that of simple, humble, committed lifestyle. And that summarizes the life of whether you're a teacher, whether a lecturer. These key issues are the hallmark of teaching or lecturing a profession. Because one, you're a role model to thousands of people who have no direction, people that want you maybe to chart a course, to define the essence of life, whether honest living or whether, dishonest living, is all embodied in the life of a teacher. How do students see you? You're a role model to the youth. Being a role model means these people are looking upon you. Your lifestyle, your conduct, your actions will definitely determine the way they perceive the entire society, the entire life, even though our society, for real, currently we're undergoing a period in our national life where the youth ordinarily, who are supposed to be hooked to this, what I'll call societal compass, that's the teachers. There are so much deviation. Deviation because the level of materialistic instinct in our society has gotten to a level where the teachers, an average teacher will be thinking, are we still relevant or are we not relevant in our society? Because the youth have rather seen, the other side of life, that materialism, is the whole essence of this thing, which is not true ordinarily. That of a teacher, as a teacher, your major inclination is to build the youth who will be more useful, who are honest to the entire society. And that's why I said from the beginning that the life of a teacher, especially at my own level as a lecturer, is defined in 3 terms. One, a lecturer like me essentially should be, especially at the level of professorship, an astute researcher. 2, a lecturer, especially at my level as a, should be an astute teacher. 3, a lecturer at my level as a professor should be an astute, community service-oriented person. These are the three components of the life of a lecturer, especially at the level of professorship, which I've, by God's grace, attained. And what am I saying? Research is so central. Research is about advancement of knowledge through systematic investigation of societal problems, adding value to the existing knowledge about key problems the society is facing. Aside research, the society cannot move. Research, innovation is only possible where you have a research. In other words, research is innovative. Research is about bringing new ideas. Research is about adding value to the existing knowledge in the society. And to that extent, aside research, which is the one basic hallmark of a lecturer or whether even a teacher should always be upgrading his knowledge base, which is only possible through research. And to that extent, research is the number one primary assignment of a true teacher, of a true lecturer. If you lose focus as a lecturer or a teacher in the direction of research, you would have lost everything. Because why the society is existing is because you are advancing knowledge to the society to solve problem-oriented service. And that is about research, through which you can now add value to the existing knowledge base of the society. Number two, like I said, as a teacher or a lecturer, you have another responsibility, that of teaching the younger generation. And that's why it matters also through research to acquire knowledge. How do you impact this knowledge? It is through teaching. You teach the younger generation, especially the youths. And that's why every other day, most people misconstrue the major work of a teacher or a lecturer as that of teaching. No, research is the key, because you can't even effectively teach without researching. You can only teach effectively if you have researched well. And to that extent, teaching becomes secondary after research. So teaching means you must be imparting this new knowledge you have acquired through research to the younger generation, especially directing them to the developmental needs of the society. Every society has its own peculiarities in terms of developmental needs, which only through this teaching, bringing new ideas. For instance, today, we're in a digital technology. Most of the teachers or lecturers today using this tool of digital technology, impacting knowledge to this younger generation, is the second major role of a teacher or a lecturer. The third one, like I said, community service. The teacher or lecturer especially lives in society where there are various services. He can, provide to the society using the sophisticated knowledge, using the sophisticated mindset he has developed over the years. To that extent, there are several community services he can provide to the society, through various means. And to that extent, the third major function of a teacher or a lecturer is that of community service. And to that extent, but the bottom line is that the teacher or the lecturer remains a role model to the youth. He provides direction. The youth will always look upon them, whether currently there's so much deviation or not. But the bottom line is that the teacher, the lecturer, is the center point of role modeling for the younger generation. In my own community, in my own society, I know a whole lot of youths who look upon me to provide direction, to define the whole essence of life for them by the way I live my life, by the way I conduct my affairs, by the way I talk, and by the way I do things. In other words, my worldview, what the Germans will call the Vaterschang, remains so important to this younger generation. And that's why the role of a teacher, the role of a lecturer is very fundamental to the developmental stride of any society, especially in a third world or an emerging society like our own. Thank you, my dear brother.
Wow, great, Prof. That is why we have always wanted to bring you to this our station, because we know the stuff you're made of. Yeah, Prof. There's something you said that is touching to me about community service, and that takes me to, I know you were a chairman of committee. I think the former governor of Enugu State considered what you said now about teachers, especially people who have attained professorship at your level, for community service. I think you were appointed the chairman of the committee for creation of autonomous communities. So how did that go?
Yeah, thanks so much, my dear brother. The assignment of that committee, which I headed, was very simple. Number one, develop a template for the creation of autonomous, because in Enugu State, like other Igbo communities and even outside Igbo communities, recently there has been rising agitation for community autonomy. People who are saying we want to be on our own, and being on our own for them is a framework for furthering community development. And to that extent, the Enugu State government then considered it necessary to set up this committee. One, to look into, the coming up with a sustainable framework for, maybe approving or creating these community autonomies for different communities that so desire. And two, based on this framework, make recommendations about, those who are qualified to be given approval for such autonomy. And I think for those who know what we did, for those who know what that committee, stood for, I think gladly I can raise my head anywhere and say we discharge those responsibilities creditably, because the state government said so, the various communities said so, not only after developing the templates for, approval of such autonomy by different communities agitating. We had to go into verification, verifying the various claims coming from these communities, whether they met with those templates, with the content of the template we had developed. And at the end, we made recommendations. People have always called some of us asking. I said, well, the powers we had was not to give final approval, is to make recommendations. And also we did simply that, because we developed the template on the basis of such templates so developed. We also made recommendations for those communities that met the requirements as stipulated. And at the end, I think it's left for the state government to do the needful. I know the past administration did the needful. The government is a continuum. The present government, I'm sure, especially the current administration of Peter Mba, is a listening administration. And I'm sure they consistently, I know they've been talking, they've been looking into the recommendations we made. And to that extent, I have no doubt in the near future, the final approval, because the former administration did to to some extent, gave approvals. The remaining approvals of what we did, like I said, government is a continuum. The current administration, which I know very well, the current administration is a listening administration, is a very, very scientific administration, so to say, because when the facts are verifiable, I'm sure they will act on what we recommended. That's all I have to say. But we discharge our responsibilities so creditably, and that's just what I have to say on that. Thank you, my dear brother.
Yeah, thank you for that, for accepting to do that job, and it was done because I was in Nigeria when part of it. I was in Nigeria when it started, even though I left the country when you completed it. But I know my community was involved, and the way you carry this out, the transparency and carrying everybody along, the facelift with people and a lot of things. So thank you for that. Yeah, Prof. What concerns Prof? I know that education shapes the mind and the behavior or the structure of the society. And there's no good education if there are no good teachers. And in Nigeria, a lot of things has been done to not to encourage teachers per se, and it has affected the educational system. And I'm very, very sure it is also transparent in the behavioral pattern or the structure of the society. So, do you think this is not a serious challenge in Nigeria?
Thank you. It is, to say the least, a very fundamental challenge. Very fundamental because a teacher does not live in isolation of the society where he or she found himself. And if the society is such that, like I said, part of the problems, even why our responsibility as mentors is being hampered, is the fact that if as a teacher, the students you are teaching are seeing you.
Wow. Yeah, the network has taken Prof up, and please, it will call back, it will fix back, and please, let's keep waiting. It will surely fix back. I don't know what's going on in Instagram. Okay, it's connected. So those in Instagram watching, Chifu Biego, you are just live. Chifu Biego, you are listening to Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa of Political Science and Conflict and Resolution Institute of Enugu State University of Science and Technology. And he's talking about teachers, the way teachers are handled, and how it affects the society. So because of network fixed off, and we will surely show back. So Chifu Biego, how are you? Mr. Charlie, how are you? Bazooka Dollar, how are you? Emi Milian, Jajalele, Marika, Jojo Style 2, Mr. All of you. I can't mention all your names on Instagram, but I thank you for watching. Prof is back.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I want to use this opportunity before you continue, Prof, to thank Chibuzo Obona, Omega King, Cindy Alumon Ezugu, our mommy. She's watching. Nelson, Engineer Jerry Ono Kaibe, right from Lagos. Big Jerry, thank you for watching. Those of you on Instagram, mention their name. Those of you on YouTube, I can't mention our names, but thank you for listening. Please share this live video in all your platforms so that we can be edified. This platform is for education, is for edification, and for life-saving contents. So, Prof, continue, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much. Like I was saying, no doubt the teacher, the lecturer in a third world society like Nigeria is facing enormous challenges. The most important of these challenges is the materialistic tendencies in our society. And like I said, today, our society has gone so materialistic in the sense that it appears money talks. Money is talking, as was it Flavor that sang this music, money is talking. You know, which shouldn't ordinarily be. So that you find a teacher who is a role model, who is supposed to model the youth into a more useful pattern of life, honest living, had the virtues of hard work, because the teacher may not have acquired all the necessary material comfort in life. He comes to class. A student may come, a pupil may come with, you know, such an expensive car, will come with such an expensive lifestyle. This teacher, this lecturer will find it difficult, except for the few, like some of us, who will never look at the material, you know, disposition of anybody in terms of discharging your responsibilities as a teacher or a lecturer. Otherwise, a teacher or a lecturer can easily be swayed. He will be disencouraged. If what his life is tailored towards that of making the society, contributing to the perfection of the society through advancement of knowledge. Most people don't think knowledge matters anymore. Knowledge matters anymore. Is maybe capital or what you call money that matters, not knowledge. So that there's high level of, you know, demotivation of both the teachers and some more serious elements of the youth in the society. So that the task of a teacher is becoming more and more challenging. One, the government, the state, the society is not also helping matters. They give preference, they give prime place to those who have acquired money, not knowledge. Until our society reverts to a point where knowledge will matter more than, you know, money, we cannot go anywhere. In advanced society like where you are in America, it's knowledge that made America what America is today. It's knowledge that made Europe what Europe is today. And to that extent, unless we retrace our step to appreciate that knowledge first, because it's only through knowledge, technology, innovation, and whatever can come to be. Aside it will be retrogressing. You think through fraudulent means, you acquire all kinds of fraudulent wealth. Sincerely speaking, it will not take us anywhere. Because the most sustainable form of wealth is the wealth that is based that is knowledge driven. Sustainable wealth should be knowledge driven wealth, not wealth acquired through fraudulent means. And that is the problem. That's the challenge of a teacher in a third world setting like Nigeria, because our society is on reverse gear, where money, not knowledge, that matters. You enter, for instance, go to anywhere, any ceremony, you know, the man who acquired his wealth through all kinds of fraudulent means will be more celebrated than the man who has also advanced, you know, knowledge that will help the society. Nobody pays.
Wow, Nigeria network, but it's going to be all right. He will click back, and please, we can patiently listen to him. For those of you, please don't just make this knowledge impactation. Just don't be. Let me not use the word selfish. Well, don't be I don't know. Don't restrict it to yourself alone. Let others know by sharing. Try and share. Try and share as well now. Share in your page. Share this live program in your page, and you continue to we continue to educate people on this page. You know, in social media, everybody has a niche. Me, I have decided that despite whatever happens in the social media, this platform will be used to teach the society. This Chinedu Anichi TV will be an interactive forum where those who want to learn, like you people watching now, those of you who want to learn, will surely learn and they will continue to be here. We'll be bringing back to back, men and women. Yesterday, Marachi Atama of Harvard University was in this program. Today, we're having Professor. And on Tuesday, tomorrow again, we're having one first class student who was a pantry climber but made first class, best in his class, best in his college from one of the universities in Nigeria. We're going to host him tomorrow. So back to back, if you want to listen to academic things, if you want to listen to educative things, if you want to impact knowledge, you know, the Bible says, my people perish, not because of money. My people perish, not because of connection. My people perish for lack of knowledge. And that is what Prof is saying today. That because Nigeria is in a reverse gear, instead of honoring men who are knowledgeable and advancing the cause of development in Nigeria, they encourage people to go to illicit acquisition of wealth. Wealth they will not even use to do anything. And regards and honor given to men who acquire such wealth instead of men who advance knowledge. And I pray that Prof will soon connect back. And when he connects back, he continues. But before then, let me thank Ezekiel Akpanodion. Let me thank Izzy Amarachi and a lot of you who are here. I cannot mention all your names. Remember, I are listening to Professor Felix Asogwa of Institute of Conflict Resolution and Crisis Management, Enugu State University of Science and Technology in Nigeria, live and direct on Chinedu Anichi TV, the African voice in diaspora. Let me look at this on Instagram and thank them. Yeah, those of you on Instagram, Adeze Shape, how are you? Gabidazi, Saint Malaki, UG Empire, Onyinowe, Odunwa. So thank you. You are Bazooka Dollar, Chifu Biego. You are all listening to Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa of Institute of Management and Conflict Resolution, Enugu State University of Science and Technology Life. We have issues with network with his background, but we surely rectify it. So we're expecting to have him back any moment. But before then, if you have questions to ask, please pop up your questions while we wait for him to come back. Or if you have questions, I'm waiting. If you have questions on Instagram, you can ask. If you have questions on before he comes back, let us entertain questions. Those of you on Instagram, if you have listened to him and you have questions to ask about academic questions, questions about lecturers, questions about professors, their behavior, their relationship in the university with students, and their relevance in the society. All those questions are things he can take and handle as we go on today. So come with your questions. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, hello, my people. I think we're finding it difficult to link up with Prof. And I will go down. Maybe let's find out what. I am Claudius. How are you? What are some things to look for in a woman for marriage? Wow, is that what you're asking, Prof? Okay, he will answer it. I'm noting down all your questions. Please come up with your questions. Those of you in Instagram, Ivix just asked, what are some things to look for in a woman for marriage? Now, I be like say they prepare to marry you. This is your question, Bagute. Okay, those of you on Facebook, can I see your questions? Yeah, before Prof logs him back, um, it could be one or two challenges in our place. It could be battery, it could be, because when he was set to communicate, there was power failure and everywhere. There's heavy downpour. Wow. IVIX. So what are the things expected to to see in a good woman? Yeah, Prof is coming back. Hey. Yes, my people. Thank you for coming around. This is Chinedu Anichi TV. If this is your first time, please press a follow button. And always remember that this TV station is always on 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Central American time. And we continue to give you, and for some of you who have ideas, to have wonderful experience in one area of specialization, and you want to be featured in this TV, always reach us through our email address, Chinedu for Jesus, chineduforjesus.ac@gmail.com, or reach us through our WhatsApp plus 170-1989-1910 plus 170-1989-1910. For those of you in America, just 701-989-1910. You can join us. You can say something. We'll send you. This is an independent television. You can comment. You can watch, but you can only participate if we send you the link. So if we send you the link to join us in the show, that's the only way you have access to it. But you can watch. You can, as we are talking now, we are showing live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. We are live on Facebook. The same time, showing full studio and full attendance. Wow. Yeah. Don't pray that Nigeria will happen to you. Nobody should pray that Nigeria happens to him or her. Because all this thing happening now is Nigeria either power failure or this or that from Nigeria. Yeah, Vic. Wow. Okay, what we are taking before Prof will show up, let me be saying something, or let me give a praise to what the Prof have been saying. You see, today the topic we have is the life of a teacher, the life of a lecturer, or the life of an academic. Somebody who has brought out his or her life to impart knowledge. Those who are tools to impartation of knowledge to the generation. Before any country is sustained economically, structure-wise, that means in all ramifications of development, there will be good education. And for good education to exist, there will be good teachers. And these good teachers are our fathers, they are our mothers. You see, we are all products of teachers. We are all products of teaching. Do you understand me? Because today, none of us, none of those in the government, from the president to the last person, we were all taught in school and we were all taught by teachers. But in our country, Nigeria, there is an attitude that have been given to teachers that have affected directly or indirectly the structure of our own country, economically and otherwise. Even the scripture for the Christian Bible, for those who are Christians, say that people perish for lack of knowledge. It's not lack of money. It's not lack of anything but knowledge. And each people that have rejected knowledge has always suffered it. And why we are victim of economic nosediving, why we are victim of insecurity, why we are victim of all these kind of things we are passing through today is because the foundation of education have been tampered with. The foundation of education have been tampered with. And respect for knowledge have been tampered with. People are indifferent to somebody who is knowledgeable, somebody who knows what and what to do or to say in the society. People are interested in who has the money, who has the material thing. So people measure people by what they have, the material things that have acquired, not about the impact they are creating in the society knowledgeably. So what we are saying is even transparent in this our social media. Once, if I take a topic now on Bobrisky, or I take a topic on Davido's visit to New York, or I take a topic on any of these things that are trending now, you will see that people will start coming up. Or if I start dragging somebody or call out somebody and start talking about somebody or start attacking a pastor, a particular pastor, or the church, or the mosque, or anything on this our page now, you will see that viewers will start increasing. Marcus Igwe Baklomi, thank you. But because we have decided to create an educational and motivational platform in our own social media, that's the niche we have carved for ourselves. You will see that it is not easy to have viewers. But because we are deep down convinced in what we are doing, and we know that it is response to God's call, because certain things in life is not just about what you gain or what you acquire, but about your fulfillment of your destiny, the sense of fulfillment of your calling in life. That is what is sustaining some of us in the social media who have decided to create an impact educational wise. So the society, they are disregarding people who are knowledgeable. The society are playing down the importance of knowledge to the extent that in Nigeria they generated an adage that the payment of a teacher is in heaven. But what it means is that there's no hope for any teacher on earth. And this has, just as Prof was saying before, they started having network issues, that this has already touched some lecturers to start deviating. Because you can be in a class where one of your students will bring the highest car, living in the highest luxurious kind of life, and challenging you as a teacher. So it's not encouraging the teachers. So we are saying that at least, even if the government is ignoring teachers, we as individuals who are products of teachers, we are products of teachers in different ways. We should appreciate the teaching profession. We should appreciate our teachers because they are shapers of opinion. They are men who impacted knowledges that make you break rules and made you break bounds and arrive at success today. So if you are not a respecter of a teacher, you are one of those people who don't want the society to be better. Because as you see, people, you see different behaviors, generally will be transparent in the society. And if these individual behaviors are not refined through education, through training, it will start impacting on the society negatively. Our society today, let me use Nigeria society. Now we are talking about spraying money and people are arresting people. They are talking about EFCC. There are a lot of things EFCC can do. But now EFCC is concentrating on arresting people that are spraying money. Is that the most important thing they can do in Nigeria? No. Because everybody is becoming materialistic. Let's go for those who are doing money. Let's go for those who are spraying money. If Nigeria is good, nobody will even value somebody who is spraying money. It's because people spray money and they respect them and people see it as a showbiz. Because what? The economy is not stable. Because poverty is everywhere. You cannot come to America here and start spraying money. Who looks at you? Who will look at you with your spraying money? They look at you as if you don't know what you are doing. So it thrives in our place because of the hard, choking, angry finger of the economy. So today, Prof is telling us about we should return to status quo. Both the government and the individuals will start giving due respect to teachers. We will start respecting those who imparted knowledge, those who God used as tools to sustain and consolidate impartation in our life. And today, if you are a successful lecturer, you had a teacher. If you are a president, you had a teacher. Bola Tinubu had a teacher. As the president, His Excellency, Bola Tinubu had a teacher that shaped him into who he is today. The governors of the states had teachers. The ministers had teachers. So whatever you are today, you have a teacher. So the life of a teacher in Nigeria, people are not helping issues. Christian Biadi, please, if you have nothing to contribute in my this thing, I'll just block you. If you don't have anything to contribute in what you are saying, I will block you. I'll just give you a block now. So this is the last warning I'm giving you. If you don't have anything to comment or you don't have something reasonable to come and say in my in this show and what we are talking about, I'll block you. So my people, so this is a clarion call for us to begin to realign our mind towards supporting educational things, towards supporting positive things, even in our social media. You see, there are some people that if you just post something about be good, be nice in the social media, people will just be passing. But if you just post something bad about people, you drag somebody, you talk against somebody, you bully people on social media, before you know it, thousands of people and millions of people will share it so that it will go viral. Because of what? We don't have regard for positive knowledge. We don't have regard for things we don't have regard. So today, I brought Prof to talk about the life of a teacher, even though the network took him off and no, this could be battery. Maybe he will charge his phone. You know, in our place now, there's no constant light. It's part of it. But we'll have somebody like Professor Bat. Professor Bat Nnaji is a professor of robotics. And he knows that just because Abia State government called Professor Bat Nnaji. Knowledge. He brought in electricity in Abia State. And everybody is talking about it. But this was a man that made the Minister of Power in Nigeria and never allowed him to work. Why? Because if we start doing things the normal way, some corrupt leaders will gain nothing. Because some people are gaining from our trouble. Some people are gaining. That's why certain things cannot stop. When you want to bring constant light in Nigeria, you will see that people dealing on generators will start going to fight against it to make sure there will be no constant light in Nigeria so that generator will continue to sell. Do you understand? So you will see that people don't value development, because if you value development, you will value knowledge. And if you value knowledge, you will value education. And if you value education, you will value a teacher, because it's the teacher that is used as a tool to bring this knowledge to you. So we are talking about knowledge today in this platform. And if you have any question, you can come up and ask, because I am ready. I'm standing in for Prof until I don't know what happened, but I know it's going to be rectified. I'm very, very sure it might be something like battery, because he just came in from a meeting when he entered the studio. He just walked in from a heavy downpour. So, and eventually maybe he has stopped all the day, and there was no light. You know, a place. So those of you who are here, you can contribute, or you can ask questions. OG Cash 800, thank you. GNT 68, Olero for Bill, Adanambra 007. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please, if this is your first time, touch the follow button. If you like educative contents, we don't drag people here. We don't drag people here. We don't quarrel here. All we teach here are educational things. If Prof comes back, he's going to deal with some of these questions here. But before then, let me keep standing in for him. So what we're saying about teachers today is that, you see what is happening in the university. Some lecturers have resorted to a lot of corrupt things just to make sure that they also survive. So you could you imagine, sometimes they will say, like, for 13 months, they have not paid lecturers in Nigeria. They are human beings. They are not existing independent of our society. They have kids. They pay school fees. They pay rent. They have houses. They have wives. They have children. That they are lecturers, or their lecturers does not, they don't live in isolation. So these people are expected to pay their bills. And sometimes you hear that in Nigeria, for 13 months, they have not paid a lecturer. And before you know it, the lecturer, in order to survive, will start printing handouts for students to buy. Antonio Zoko, you always coming here. I knew all these things when I sang praises for Ugwai for 8 years. You don't know anything. If you know anything, you are always, this same thing you are writing here is what you are writing on my Facebook. Antonio Ozoko. So, and if you go there, you see that this is a fake page. You are a fake page. So if you really want to be, I can send you a link for you to come to my show. Every time you are talking about me, you don't have anything good to talk about me, about Ugwai. If you have problem with Ugwai, he's a governor. I'm not a governor. Go and meet Ugwai. I sang praises for Ugwai. Will I sing praises for you? Are you a governor? Did you pay me? Ugwai was paying me, and I did my job for him. So go and sing your own praises and be paid, okay? So stop coming to all my DM and be talking rubbish. Let me block you. Yeah, I blocked you before. Yeah. This particular guy is on my Facebook. That's what everywhere he sees me will go and comment. This same comment. So if you have problem with the governor of Enugu State, go and meet the governor. I am not the governor. Why is he attacking me everywhere? So my people, so let's concentrate about teachers. So we are talking about teachers. Our teachers. How do we respect them? How do we respond to things they are doing? How do we help them? Some of us said we are big today because of our teachers. And when things are happening, even when we're at home or we have achieved a lot of things, you see your teacher and you pass. Sometimes it gives the teachers joy. It gives them a very serious joy to identify with people they have made. Like you see your teacher on the way and you stop and come and say, this is my teacher. Thank you, sir. Some of them cannot even remember you again. But you are the one to remember. It gives them encouragement. There is a fulfillment in a teacher when he sees one of his products successful. Teachers are always happy. You know, they are just like football coaches. Those who teach, they might not go to where you are going. Teachers are like all these agboro that load a car. You can see an agboro loading a car. He loads everybody the car. Maybe he's loading a car in Enugu to Lagos. Buses going to Lagos. He does not know Ojota. He does not go to Lagos. He has never been to Lagos. But he's the one loading all the vehicles and putting passengers going to Lagos. That is how teachers are. They don't get to where their products get to. But they have a fulfillment. There's a fulfillment in teachers that they appreciate that their products are successful wherever they find them. Be you who today, you cannot say you didn't pass through a teacher. So teaching is life, and the life of a teacher is the life of the society, because they are the people that impart what the society experiences or what manifests in the structure of the society. Teachers are just like parents. What parents build up in the family is the smallest unit of the society. What the family produce is transparent in the society. The nature of the family is the nature of the society that those families exist, because it is the family that bring products that manifest in the society. So teachers, because of degrading teachers, because of looking down on teachers, because of not appreciating teachers, because of not attending at when due the needs of teachers in Nigeria, it has truncated a lot of things in our educational system, and it is affecting directly the structure of the society. So this is one of the things that is now pushing teachers, because teachers know psychologically they are suffering. And as a result of that, you have seen many teachers now putting their hands in many things. That's why you can see professors, because they trust teachers so much. That's why they made it that it will be professors that will be either, what do they call them? Is that returning officers or this thing in elections? They expect that they are teachers and should have impeccable morality. They expect that professors should be men of integrity and should show credibility, accountability and transparency in whatever they are doing. And that is why when election comes, they bring all these professors as returning officers. But you are seeing what is happening in Nigeria now. Sometimes the elections that are rigged by these men. And that's why sometimes if it comes up to defending them, defending the result they are made, you see professors of repute that have academic sagacity. They cannot defend the figures because the figures were not creditably, it was not honorably allotted. It was not sincerely and transparently allotted. So, and you see such people, they become disgrace to teachers. So those professors you see that come as returning officers and mess up because the society is now honoring people that have material things, respecting people that have acquired wealth. So they also want to belong because they are not existing in isolation. They are not existing in isolation. So if you don't want our teachers to be corrupt, let us start respecting our teachers. If you don't want our teachers to disappoint us when we give them things to handle in public service, let us start respecting them. Even if the government has decided to be looking down on them, which is very, very bad. So we also, who are products of teachers, should keep respecting teachers. There's none of us that will say we have no teacher. We cannot say that we had no bad teachers in school. We had teachers that had bad influence, but we had the good ones. And the good ones are always more. And some of the bad teachers became corrupt because of the society. When you hear that a teacher, there are teachers that have done a lot of things. There are teachers that have done a lot of very illicit things when it comes to the university. There are teachers that give keys to students to go to hotel and book. That is the only way. So some people, they will ask for money. If you cannot bring money and you're a woman, they will ask for some other things. There are teachers like that. Yes, and we can spot them out and we condemn that. But that doesn't mean the teaching profession has to remain a noble one. I am not a teacher, but I respect my teachers. Each time I go home and I see those who have taught me, I've always been happy that this is my teacher. It's just like when a footballer comes around and sees his coach. Or some of these international footballers, they are well paid. Some of them, or some of their coaches, they are the ones taking care of their coaches. But today, how many of your teachers, how many teachers that you have passed through do you still remember? How many of them do you have their numbers? Please, today we are calling for people to reach out to their teachers. Teaching profession is a noble one. Let us encourage them. Saint Rita said, instead of the whole world being in darkness, somebody can light a candle. Instead of the whole world being in darkness, somebody can light a candle. If people have been relegating teachers to stupor, we can individually decide to be reaching out to our teachers. Let us not allow the noble profession of teaching to die in our society. Because when it dies, it has a direct negative impact on the structure of the society. Because the Bible says people die for lack of knowledge. And for us to have proper knowledge, we will have So today, we are telling you today, because we are rounding up already, so the program is up already. Please go today. If you have not learned anything for Chinedu Anichi TV today, go and fish out some of your teachers. Do some. See, do you know some of these teachers need too much? Just 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 you send to them. It looks huge for them. It goes a long way to encourage them. Some of our teachers, if you see, the only thing God has given to teachers is that teachers last long. They last long because they seem to be different from illicit pursuit of wealth and fraudulent ways of acquisition of material things. I've always seen that teachers last long. If you go to the village, you can see retired village headmasters, retired, and you see them with gray hairs. You see them. You see when things happen in the society, some of them are still secretary to families that are dragging their writing. If you see the way they are dragging their writing, but they are still articulate even at that level. They don't suffer dementia. They are all up to date even until they leave this world. So please, today, there's a clarion call from this TV for us to look back and appreciate our teachers. So please, let us appreciate your teachers. Today, check out for your teachers. Check out for one teacher. Check out for another teacher. Today, please, and God will continue to bless you. There's none of us who don't have a teacher. But the teaching profession is choking in Nigeria. The teaching profession is dying, and nobody is encouraged. The government is not encouraging them. Individuals are not encouraging them. But if you see the footballers, the international footballers, they don't forget their coach. Once they come back, they look for their coach. And it is one of the consoling things for all these coaches. Some of the coaches, they are living in slum, they don't even have money. But they believe that 1 or 2 days, one of their players can blow and come back to them. And they have always done so. The other time, Oshime went to the coach. The other time, Mikel Obi went to the coach. A lot of these guys have gone back to their coach, bring them out from where they are. The other female, I've forgotten her name, the female, the Falcon player that came back and looked for the coach and even called the coach a father. It was trending on social media then. So please, today, I am pleading. Let us look back and help our teachers. I am pleading. Nigerians, please, those of you who are listening to me, my fans, my family, those of you on social, those of you on Instagram, those of you on YouTube, those of you on on Facebook and TikTok listening to me now, live, please, even if it's those of you listening to me today, touch the life of one or two teachers. Many of you, once you pass out, you don't forget about your teacher entirely. None of you has any number. I remember one time, I just got a call. I looked at this number, I didn't know. That time I was still working with the state government of Enugu State as one of the governor's aides on security. I got a number one afternoon. I picked the number. He called me the name they used to call me when I was in primary school. I said, who could be that? Is that my classmate in primary school? And behold, he was one of my teachers. He is still teaching. One of my teachers in primary school. He is still teaching. Still teaching. And do you know, to tell you my people, why this man called me was, he was transferred to a place that he cannot manage to go. If he start going there, even his salary for how many years will not be able to solve the problem. It's like my battery is low. Mama. Battery, the TV battery is low. Let me get the charger. The charger is upstairs. Let them get the charger for me so that I don't shut down. Okay, so what we're saying is that when this teacher called me, I picked the teacher's call. And please, if the picture is blurring, please just tolerate. Let me get my charger because the TV box is. I didn't look at the TV box when that the battery is low. So we are good. We are good. The pictures is not. I'm still looking at the picture on Instagram. So what we are saying is that these teachers might need your assistance. Some of them don't even know how to. Some of them don't even know how to reach you. Yeah. Yeah, good. We're good. Okay, so some of these teachers don't even know how to reach you. And if eventually these teachers can be lucky to reach you, my brother, you will solve a lot of their problems. So that teacher called me. I didn't know it was my teacher I picked. He now explained to me, I am so and so person that was teaching. I shouted, I said, God, hey, I've not cited him for over 15 years. And he said, I heard that you are holding this kind of position in government. Please, I have a problem. And my problem is that they posted me to so and so place, and look at where I am living. And I have my kids, I have my children. I cannot go to that place. If I start going to that place, one, the whole of my salary will be on transport, and I will not be able to move my family at this age. The kind of family I have, I cannot move them to that place. That was just the call. And I said, what do you want? He said, he wants me to speak to the person in charge of the education ministry. I just picked up my call because I was in the position. I picked up my call and talked to them. I said, okay. They say, okay, when does he want it? Okay, you have been posted. Okay, you are changed. The next week, he got a letter that he had been returned to where he was before. That is the kind of things you can do for your teachers. He said, my teacher, and he had hope just hearing that I'm in government. So, but some of us, our teachers cannot even reach us. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's just like footballers are doing well on their side. Footballers are looking out for their coaches. Footballers are taking care of their coaches. But all of us are products of teachers. Why are we completely indifferent from our teachers? Why are we running away from our teachers? Why are we not attending to our teachers? Why are we not helping our teachers out? Please, let us not allow the noble profession of teaching to die. That is my message today. We had Professor Felix Chinwe Asogwa, a professor of political science, a great researcher, an astute one, the director of Institute of Conflict Resolution and Crisis Management, Enugu State University of Science and Technology. We had him in the show, but network or Nigerian problem, maybe battery or whatever, took him out on the way. He was blowing. So we continue to bring people for you. We continue to bring wonderful Nigerians, wonderful Black Americans, wonderful Europeans, wonderful people in the society who are professionals. That's what I promise you on this platform. Remember, this is Chinedu Anichi TV. We are streaming live on Instagram. As I'm talking to you now, check out Chinedu Anichi TV. On Facebook, you will see us live. Check out Chinedu Anichi TV. On YouTube, you will see me live. Check out Chinedu Anichi on Instagram at Chinedu Anichi. You will see me live. Check out all these things. We don't have many people that have this kind of software, but we are leveraging on it to bring educational, life-saving, and edifying content to Nigerians. Please appreciate us by sharing this message. Appreciate us by coming out 8 p.m. Nigerian time every day and 2 p.m. Central American time to listen to the guests we bring. We make efforts to bring professionals in different fields. The other day, a cardiologist of repute from Hopkins University in US was here. Yesterday, a lecturer in Harvard University was here. Today, we have Professor Felix, and the other day, DIG, police operation, and we have a lot of people are bringing. Some of you don't know what this page does. We are not until we start posting people that are naked and this one. No. We are here to bring educational things to you. Please, those of you who are lovers of knowledge, lovers of education, lovers of real contents, please continue to follow us, continue to share ours, continue to tell others about us. Please encourage good things. Just like I asked you to go and attend to your teachers. Please encourage us to continue in this spirit of doing something good. Please, everybody cannot be content, everybody cannot be comedian, everybody cannot go into dragging people on social media, everybody cannot go into abusing people on social media just to gain views and followership. Please, you people should. Odekam Roya, Uncleared, Moses Babatunde, Land Goma, thank you for joining and watching me. Please always let your friends, let your followers know about Chinedu Anichi TV talk show. We'll be bringing back to back for you great men from different parts of the world, English people, different parts of the world, even if any part of the world, we'll continue to bring back to back. This time we'll have an array of great men who will come here and talk to you. Please always follow me. Put on your notification button that each time the TV is online, we'll be streaming on Instagram. You can see those of you on Instagram, please let others know too. I have 16,000 something followers on Instagram. I have 30 something thousand on Facebook, both my profile and the page. I have about 1,700 subscribers on YouTube, in TikTok, in Twitter, across all social media, and they are listening to me live. So we are impacting the world with knowledge. Encourage us. We must not all become cloud chasers. We must not all become draggers of people before we can create impact in the society. Please encourage this TV by subscribing, by sharing, by coming 8 p.m. to watch whatever we have. I've always posted ahead the person we will have and the topic before the time. So always watch out for my page who we will have every day. We'll have somebody tomorrow, a child, a wine tapper and a palm tree climber who had trained himself through primary to secondary, and in the university, he had first class. Not just he had first class, he's the best in his department and the best in his college. That is what they call faculty. So that is the person we are bringing to tomorrow. Next tomorrow, we are bringing another person. We are mixing it up. Sometimes we bring celebrities or musicians who are celebrities. Sometimes we bring actors who are celebrities, but sometimes also we bring academics like professors. This particular platform has housed over 7 professors in this program. So thank you, my people. My name remains Chinedu Anichi, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from United States of America. We are the African voice in diaspora. We rise by lifting others. Thank you. I love you. Check out on your teacher. Check out on your teacher. Only your hello, only your phone call to your teacher can add to the span of his life. He wants to hear from somebody else, just like our parents hearing from us. Your teachers would like to hear from you. Please, it's a clarion call. If you do it, God will keep blessing you. I love you. Bye for now. God bless you.